Are lower lows ahead of us here in Cardano? It kind of appears that way. I'm going to show you, well, what you're looking at now is a chart of the Cardano. It's the daily chart of Cardano. And we're going to talk about, yes, we're going to talk about this downward trend line. Yes, we're going to talk about this range that Cardano's in right now. And we're going to talk about Bitcoin and how that could affect Cardano in the next few days. To start with, I'm going to go to one of my favorite tools. That's tradingview.com. We'll go to tradingview.com and look at the technical analysis for ADA. We'll look at the daily time frame to start, and it's showing a sell. Oscillators are sell, moving averages a sell. 1 week buy, oscillators neutral, moving averages. Is that a strong buy? Yep, it is. Strong buy on the moving averages there. And on the 1 month, we've got a buy with neutral oscillators and a strong buy for the moving averages. All right. Everything, now listen here, everything I talk about in this video is going to be for the next few days to few weeks. I am long-term bullish Cardano. I own ADA. I'm going to hold it through 2024. I'm looking for some magnificent prices. I want all-time highs and then some. Whether we get them or not, I'm hopeful and optimistic to that, but we'll just have to wait and see. That being said, I am bullish Cardano. Okay. What I'm going to talk about now, what was its high, by the way? A little over 3. That would be fantastic. What we're going to talk about now, though, is just the short term over the next few days / weeks. And let's see if we can decipher what Cardano might be doing. We do have a situation here. The situation here is, well, it's this trend line, okay? This trend line, which is not unique to Cardano, right? It's evidence of lower highs, okay? And price being pushed down. Cardano is not unique. Doge has a trend line. VET has a trend line. Let's see, does DOT have a trend line? Well, of course it does. Matic has a trend line. What was some others? Did Link? I don't think Link did. My point is there are plenty of coins out there following this pattern, and ADA is the one that is also experiencing some downward pressure. Now, we cannot complain too much when we zoom out. Of course, we see from October around 0.25, we've had a 2.5% or 2.5 times increase. We're giving some back now. We're down here a little above 50. That's still doubling the bottom that we had back in October. And, you know, it's really hard to complain about any financial instrument running up and doubling in a couple of months, which Cardano has done. But I do believe we have kind of experienced the good news we're going to experience in crypto for a while. And I don't mean a while, but for now, okay, for the next few weeks. There's really nothing in crypto pushing us up, giving a reason to go higher. If you look at Bitcoin, it's been running since its lows of 16,000 back about a year ago. It now sits at 42,000. It's hardly had any down trends since it started running. You know, it's leveled off and dropped a little, then went up, leveled off, dropped a little, and then taken off. So a lot of this move going up could have been just pro crypto. Okay, it could have been the stock market's doing well and the financial market's doing well. It could have been partly expectation of the ETFs being approved and more money flowing into Bitcoin. It could have been all of those things that has given us this run up. But the ETF, once it was approved, the ETFs were approved by the SEC. We hit this high of 49,000 and have kind of pooped off since then. And we're struggling to keep this upward trend going. Okay, it's really wrestling with the bottom of this line, and it's been there for about 5 days. My guess is we're going to hit 40,000 in Bitcoin before long. We'll have to see how the market reacts then. Does it bounce off and then we continue ranging, or do we even fall below? But I think we're going to fall out of the bottom of this channel and hit 40,000 here soon, or we might even hit 45 again and then fall. But I do think we'll tap 40 before we ever go to any all-time highs. And some are saying where it's actually going to fall down into the 30s and find a new foundation and rest a bit while we wait for the halving of Bitcoin and whatever other positive news might happen in crypto for us to be making all-time highs, hopefully in Bitcoin. All that to say, I think we're going to hit 40,000 here before long. How does that affect Cardano? It'll probably affect it negatively. Why? Well, right now, again, there's no reason for Cardano not to be following Bitcoin. Okay, most of the coins seem to be. I already showed you the patterns of all the other coins. And you can tell we're sitting here in this range of, what's this, 0.52 to 0.54, something like that. Let me pull this way back here. And it's a lot of messy stuff just running through this range. I don't really see any good levels there right now, but it has proven to be a range that we're in right now. And let me get back to where we were on the daily. If Bitcoin does tag 40,000, I just have to assume this is the level we'll start going to next. That is between 0.45 and 0.50. Now, before you lose your mind, if you're in Cardano, keep in mind that's still a fantastic run up. It would still be right at the 50% level retracement from this move up back down. So we'd only be giving up, even if it hit 0.46, you'd only be at about 50. You'd still have 50%. You only gave up 50% of your gains. And it could base right there very nicely for further moves by Bitcoin and crypto up. So if you like Cardano, I think you're going to have some more buying opportunities coming up. Do I think it's going to hit 0.46 anytime soon? Well, I don't know. I don't know. But look, we were only at 0.46. What's that? 9 days ago, 10 days ago, and we only broke through it a month ago, a month to 5 weeks ago. So it's not like, that's some prehistoric levels that we haven't been at in forever. I mean, we just literally broke through that barrier 5 weeks ago. So even if we come down to this 0.46, there's no worries on the long term. There's no worries in the long run. It's just the market being the market and doing what it's going to do. But I have to assume, let me get this out of here so it's more visible and maybe this Fibonacci out. I just feel like we're going into this range here. And I think when we hit this range, every time we've gotten in, well, we blew through it here, and then we kind of blew through it here. I would expect, we could range in there. We might blow through it. We might range. We'll see. We'll see. But if I had to wager, I'd say we're going to hit 0.46 before we hit 0.68 again. That's my guess. I could be wrong. If we pop out of this trend line and Bitcoin pops above 45,000 and all these other coins start breaking their trend lines, we might go back to these highs we had up here in December and January. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. But my guess is we're still going to relax and kind of meander our way back into this level. And then we'll see what happens next. That'll be over the next few days/weeks. I'll keep you updated, and be sure to check back here.